Don't let the crabs in the bucket hold you back. Don't let self-doubt and fear creep in and allow you to kill your dreams right away. Don't let those dream killers out there tell you you can't do it. Welcome back, everybody. If you're new here, one of my number one goals for this channel is to deliver as much value as possible in the shortest amount of time possible. So let's get into it. Today we're talking about the cost of success, or in other words, the success taxes. Now, we're going to talk about first the number one gatekeeper and what's holding you back from succeeding. But we're also going to touch upon the time tax that's involved in being successful, the relationship taxes, the emotional taxes, and your identity tax to end off. Now, a bonus part we'll discuss right now, and I'm going to talk about it at the end, but I want to talk about it right now, is that success isn't for everyone. And I'm not talking about you. You're watching this video, you clicked on this video for a reason. You want to be successful. You've been wronged in life, you've been motivated by something in life, whatever it may be, whatever your motivations are, you want to succeed. So you clicked on a video just like this. And if I'm not mistaken, you've probably clicked on others, and I guarantee this won't be the last one you click on. So I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about those around you. You need to realize that success in building wealth and having freedom of your time, that's not for everybody. Everybody doesn't have what it takes to achieve that, but you do. But as you're going through this process and becoming successful, you have to realize that most people aren't willing to make the sacrifices of time, relationships, their emotions, and their identity in order to become successful. Many of your friends from high school or college, they're really going to enjoy going to football games, clubs, bars, drinking, all sorts of things that involve dopamine. And chasing that dopamine is very time consuming. It's also consuming on your finances. All that stuff costs money. And a lot of it is actually pretty taxing, so to speak, on your health. So if you're going to be successful, you're going to have to get all of those things under control. You're going to have to stop wasting time on the weekends, on evenings, in order to focus that time, money, and energy on the things that you want to do in order to be successful. Now, let's take a quick look at this visual I drew up. This display here represents a 24-hour day. We all have 24 hours in a day to do what we want. Now, all of us have to sleep. We all have to go to work. There's different things that all of us do. But one thing that most of us have in common is that we have to spend about 8 hours sleeping and about 8 hours working. Now, some will say, oh, you can cut back on your sleep. You can get by with 5 hours. I'm pretty sure, I'm not a doctor, right? But I'm pretty sure that every single study out there shows that you need to be well rested in order to live a healthy life. You want to be able to focus. You want to be sharp. You want your body to feel strong. And when you get good rest, it can prevent sicknesses, because when you get sick, it delays everything else. You have to sit home at the couch. So I highly recommend you allot plenty of time for your rest and well-being. But most of you out there as well have to spend 8 hours a day working. You work a full-time job, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, let's say, that's 8 hours a day. So already, this 24-hour block, we get 24 hours a day. 16 hours of it are gone because of sleep and work. That's 66%, or 2/3 of our day already gone. All right, and here in the green, I allotted about 4 hours for going to the gym, for eating, and then commuting back and forth to the gym and work. So what does that leave you with? Not very much time to pursue anything else. Here in the orange, that's 4 hours that represents time for your successes. Now, if you have a family, you have children, you have a significant other, that's going to seriously cut into your time, your free time available to pursue the things that you want to do in order to be successful, whatever that goal is for you. And if you go to the top of the list here, the next thing I really want to highlight is the number one gatekeeper that's preventing you from being successful. And it's pretty simple. It's you. And that's just not some poetic guru stuff, because I'm going to tell you why. And the reason why I even wanted to highlight this is I want you to believe in yourself. Too many times, dreams and goals, they die before they even get started. The person starts doubting themselves. They start feeling self-conscious. What are others going to think about me? And I'm here to tell you to let that go. Every great idea, every great business, Facebook, Microsoft, Tesla, someone had a dream, someone had a goal, and they put pen to paper and they started taking action. Could you imagine a world without Facebook? If Mark Zuckerberg doubted himself way back in the day and said, you know what, I'm not doing this, and someone else might have come along and made something similar and taken his dream and goal, and he would have lived the rest of his life feeling terrible about that, saying, I could have done that. He would have been a never was. And if you continue to let your dreams and goals go to the wayside because of self-doubt, it's not going to make you feel very good. So once again, I'm here to tell you to believe in yourself. Now, why does that start to creep in? There's two things that I'm going to talk about. Number one, it's the crab mentality. And I have a whole video on it. You can check it out if you like. But long story short, the people around you, they're a whole bunch of crabs in a bucket. And when you put crabs in a bucket, the ones in the top, they try to climb out. And for some reason, the ones just below that crab pull them back down. And that carries over into real life when you start thinking of things to get yourself out of that 9-to-5 rat race. You're like, I got to start an online business, maybe a YouTube channel, whatever it might be. But you're going to have to put yourself out there, and it's going to make you seem vulnerable. And you're not going to be very good at it to start because it's a new endeavor. So you're going to have failures along the way. And that fear of failure is enough to stop people in their tracks, not put themselves out there and start thinking, well, what's Sally and Joe going to say if I start doing this? They're going to make fun of me. All the crabs in the bucket are going to just pull me back down. That's exactly what it is. Those people around you who are making you feel that way, they don't have what it takes to break free. They don't have what it takes to pursue those goals and those dreams, but you do. So don't let the crabs win. You have exactly what it takes to get this thing started and start chasing your dreams and goals today. And number two is social media. Everybody is on social media nowadays, even older folks. And so much of the content on social media is negative. It doesn't make you feel very good. Now, some of it's directly negative if it's negative news, but some of it makes you feel negative in an indirect way. You start scrolling through and the algorithm presents all kinds of things to you. And you see some guy pull up in a Lamborghini. He's got expensive glasses on and he drops his shades and he says very condescending, what are you doing with your life? I've been trading crypto and I made 15 million last year. Now I have a penthouse suite in Dubai. Look at my Lamborghini, and then drives away. And you're sitting there going, man, I am so far behind. And on top of it, he looks like he's 19 and I'm in my 30s. What am I doing? And that right there is enough to make most people quit. They're seeing someone who's so far along or an extreme outlier of success, or someone who's a complete guru and faker, right? There's a lot of that out there. They're seeing someone in one of those three categories and they're saying, I can't do that. I have $300 in my checking account. I've got student debt. I've got rent due. My girlfriend just left me. I'm never gonna get there. I'm telling you, you can get there. But don't let social media infiltrate and infect your mind. And you're seeing all these things, these gurus out there, these fake and fabricated pages that show these people with, I flipped 20 houses. What have you been doing with your life? Don't let that creep in, all right? Don't compare yourself to others. Comparison is the thief of joy. What you need to do is start comparing yourself to yourself. Are you better than you were yesterday? If yesterday you came up with the idea of your online business or YouTube channel, whatever it is, you came up with that idea yesterday. It's Monday. But now today's Tuesday. Did you start writing down some things? And then on Wednesday, did you start bouncing some ideas off of people you trust? That's a lot of success in just a 3-day period of time. You went from nothing to now bouncing these ideas off of people, getting feedback. Then on Thursday, you start refining your little list that you made on Tuesday. And then on Friday, you give it your first shot to making a YouTube video, an online store, Etsy store, whatever it is, right? You've come a long way in just 5 days. Now, if on Monday, you start comparing yourself to those gurus out there and their Ferraris and whatnot, you're gonna feel like you got nowhere. But as that week went on, from Monday to Friday, you've made massive success. And you need to continue to compare yourself to yourself, not those around you, and not those especially on social media. So moving on, tax number 1 is the time tax. I got a little list here. The core idea is that you can't become exceptional doing things that leave you in your comfort zone, right? You're gonna have to sacrifice comfort in your free time if you're gonna be successful in something. If you want to escape the rat race and you're starting a side hustle, remember, you get 8 hours sleeping, you get 8 hours at your job because you need money, you get time being spent at the gym and all else, and if you have a family or other obligations, this free time here is getting smaller and smaller. So what are you gonna have to do? You're gonna have to get up early and spend some time there trying to be successful in your dreams and whatnot. You're gonna have to spend time during late nights and the weekends, while everyone else is at the football game or the bar or doing whatever it is. You're gonna be sitting there working hard, working on your success, and you're gonna miss certain events, right? I'm not saying skip soccer practice with your kids and stuff like that, but they all wanna go to the bar, they wanna go to the football game. You're not gonna go because you're gonna be at home in the lab grinding. Also, most people, they want success, they talk a big game, but remember, success isn't for everybody, all right? They're not gonna be able to sacrifice their time to become successful, but you are, right? And here's a couple examples. Athletes train, they sleep, they diet, they watch film, they meditate, they consult with coaches and mindset coaches, whatever it is, right? They're consuming good things. They're expending their time properly in order to find success on the football field, the basketball court, right? And entrepreneurs are the same way. You out there, you have an online business idea, you found a market that you can exploit, and it falls right in your wheelhouse, in your skill set, and you're like, I'm really good at making arts and crafts. I can make the best ceramic snowmen. I'm gonna sell 1,000 of them this year. And then next year it'll be 5,000, and next year it's 10. But guess what? If you're at the football game or the concert or on vacation all the time, you're never gonna be spending time on making that happen. You'll be talking a big game. But if you're an entrepreneur who wants success more than anything, you'll spend those early mornings, the late nights, and the weekends pursuing that because you know you can do it, all right? And the key message here is the time tax, right? That's what's gonna separate the wishful, the dreamers from those who actually get it done. And tax number 2 is the relationship tax. And the core idea of this is that not everybody is gonna understand your pursuit, all right? All your friends that you were friends with in college and you used to go to the bar and football games and all these things with them, and you stopped doing that. So you can have a new relationship with your goals and your dreams to become successful in those. Your relationships are gonna change and they're gonna start noticing, where is he? Where is she? They used to be out all the time. They're off doing other things. They're not gonna understand. And remember, time is very valuable. You don't have very much of it. And you shouldn't waste 1 second trying to convince people that you're expending your time properly, all right? Now, to work my way down this, your friends and family, they might think you've changed or that you've become obsessed. That's a word that people will throw around when they don't have what it takes to do what you're trying to do. They'll say, he's obsessed. Has a little twinge of like negativity to it that you're doing something wrong. I disagree. Some relationships will fade because your priorities will have shifted. You don't care about going out on the weekends. You'd rather save that money and use that as, seed money or startup money for this online business of yours or your side hustle, right? And you're gonna outgrow certain circles. There's a saying like you're the average of the 5 people that you're around, that you surround yourself with. And if you're in a circle of your friends that you used to be friends with and they enjoy going to the bar and the concerts and vacation and gambling or whatever it is, right? Not that those are bad things, but they're not gonna be as successful as you're gonna be. And you can't be successful if you hang around with those people that don't have these outside of the box ideas and pursuits and successes that they want to have. And that's okay. It doesn't make them bad people. And it certainly doesn't make you a bad person for changing what you want to do with your life in your free time. And the key message of this is that sometimes success means that You're going to be misunderstood. There's no two ways about it. And especially by the people that you love most. These are your friends. These are your family. And you're going to be sacrificing time that you may have spent with them to do things that you need to do in order to be successful. And that's okay. Moving on, tax number 3 is the emotional tax. Now, when you start something new, an online business, a side hustle of sorts, it's a reflection of you. It's your business. It's your baby, so to speak. And when it doesn't do well, it makes you feel bad. When you're failing at something, it makes you feel like a failure because this side hustle is a reflection of you. And I'm going to let you in on something with my YouTube channel. Now, my channel doesn't have 1 million views and subscribers at the time of this video. But about 3 months ago, I started getting things together. And for the year prior to that, I had nothing but failures. I had 30 subscribers for a year. I was working tirelessly to put together what I was calling perfect content with hundreds of edits, hundreds of retakes, hundreds of audio recordings to make the perfect video. And guess what that produced? Single-digit views. I guarantee you, if you go back in my Rolodex of videos, you'll find some videos with single-digit views. And I have a little screenshot somewhere I'll share with you that for a year I had 30 subscribers and I was trying so hard and I was having nothing but failures. But what did I do? I didn't quit there. I felt poorly about it. I did not feel good about it. It was very frustrating, but I didn't quit there. I learned from those failures. Once again, you have to learn from them. What was I doing wrong? What could I do better? What new things could I introduce to my content to make people watch this and enjoy it more? And now, once again, I don't have 1 million subscribers, but I'm starting to find more success and it feels really good. And now I want to make even more content because people are starting to really enjoy this stuff. So it's an emotional ride. There's an emotional tax. And when you're failing and not feeling good about yourself, that door opens up and to walk right through to quit. And that goes for athletes out there. You have a bad game or you're a boxer, you have a bad fight. Every door opens up, every avenue opens up to quit. And quitting is the easiest thing you can do. Some people out there will say, quitting isn't an option. It's absolutely an option. It's the easiest, most readily available option at all times. But you have to walk away from that door and you have to learn from those failures so you can find success. And once again, you want to be competing with yourself, not these gurus on social media and their rented Lamborghinis and all that. You want to compete with your success, yourself rather. You want to get 1% better every day so you can feel good about yourself of what you were just a few days ago. And then next thing you know, a few weeks will go by, you'll have made massive success. And next thing you know, it'll be a couple years and you'll be in a whole different parallel universe. But it all started with you not quitting when times got tough and you didn't feel good. You continued to work hard despite that. And then you were able to find massive success that you feel really good about. So I just want to share that with you, that this is an emotional ride and there is an emotional tax associated with success. Now ending off, tax number 4 is the identity tax. And I'm going to read pretty much from my list here. You're going to be redefining yourself and letting go of the old you. That old you that used to go to the bars and concerts and football games, spending all your money unwisely, spending your time unwisely, time you can't get back, that precious time that you can't get back. That old you that was wasting all that money and time, that's gone. The new you is here and you're spending your time and your money and your health more wisely. Now, the core idea is this, to grow. You must shed those old versions of yourself to grow. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone and start doing things that are uncomfortable, so to speak, something new, in order to be successful. You're going to have to go through a change of identity. And success often means killing off bad habits or old habits, old beliefs, especially the belief that you can't do something. You're really going to have to shed that belief. And the identities that no longer serve you. All right, and the hardest part isn't necessarily becoming someone new. It's leaving behind the person you used to be. You'll run into people that you used to hang out with, and they might start treating you the way that you used to be treated by them. Not poorly necessarily, but they might expect you to still care about every sports player on the roster, or what this celebrity is doing, or the local gossip. But you don't care about that anymore because that sort of stuff doesn't serve you. That's not a wise expenditure of your time. And they might look at you kind of funny and start thinking, wow, this guy used to care about, this girl used to care about this stuff, and they're a whole new person, and that's okay, all right? And once again, those people that you used to affiliate with, maybe you can't change them. You know why? Because success isn't for everyone. And to close this out, you're gonna have to ask yourself, is this worth it? Changing up your time expenditures, your relationships, the emotions that you're gonna have to go through, changing your identity a little bit. Is it gonna be worth it? And a lot of people, they do that calculus in their head and they go, it's not worth it. Once again, success isn't for everyone, but you can succeed, and I'm rooting for you. And to end this off, this little snippet here, everything has a cost, but so doesn't doing nothing. That has a cost. Being the same has a cost. The question is whether you'll pay a price. It's what price are you willing to pay? Are you willing to give up time and relationships, right? The success taxes are steep at times, and you're gonna have to sacrifice things and pay these taxes. But you know what else comes with a steep cost? Regret and not doing things, okay? Don't let the crabs in the bucket hold you back. Don't let self-doubt and fear creep in and allow you to kill your dreams right away. Don't let those dream killers out there tell you you can't do it. I'm rooting for you. And if you have some sort of new side hustle or a YouTube channel, whatever it is, drop a comment below. I would love to hear it. And if it's a YouTube channel, I will subscribe today. I will like your videos and I will leave a comment to help support you. That's how much I want you to succeed. And if you've enjoyed this and you found value in this video, hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. And if you like this sort of content, don't forget to subscribe. I thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.